Have you heard the news? The new changes which many players have been eagerly expecting are already on the battle servers. What kind of changes took place within our hulls and turrets? Which things have our cunning game designers nerfed and which have they boosted? You will soon find out in this video. Rejoice all ye Wasp owners, for it's time to celebrate. The Wasp now has even more maneuverability and acceleration. Though it still does not accelerate as fast as Hornet, it doesn't lose any speed during turns, which you can easily use to your advantage. According to the polls on the main page of Tanki Online, Hornet is the most popular hull in the game with almost 50% of the votes. After the introduction of the new physics in December, Hornet became the best hull in the game, and that's a fact. It isn't surprising that its health and speed were reduced, though these were partially compensated with an increase in acceleration and maneuverability. Hunter, on the other hand, didn't attract much attention, and so an inevitable improvement was on its way. As a result of the Hunter's stat changes, it became stronger and heavier, which should make a big difference in the gameplay of this medium hull. Viking, previously the heaviest and least nimble hull, could probably be the second most popular hull after the Hornet. However, the developers decided to make it switch places with the Dictator, cutting away part of its health and weight, and adding speed and maneuverability in return. Of course, its top speed is still smaller than Hunter, but its acceleration is a little better. When introducing the new physics, the Dictator was, for some reason, shaped to be played on the Dictator rail format, which had actually died back in 2012. Now that is in the past. After the recent changes, the Dictator became the heaviest and strongest hull of all the medium hulls, without losing any of its maneuverability. Titan gained some health, and that's probably the only thing it needed. Now the difference between Titan's and Mammoth's health is only 5%. All of the Mammoth statistics were increased, so the happy owners of this monster hull will rule their battles with the utmost of comfort. Great time to move on to the turrets. As a result of the changes, Smokey was reclassified from medium and far battling to medium and close battling. Therefore, the distance of maximum damage of M0 is now 40 meters as opposed to the previous 80 meters, while an M3's is 1.5 times that. The impact force has also been increased, so the players would have an easier time diverting their opponent's aim at a short distance. The system of critical hits has also been changed. Now criticals are much more frequent, their damage is smaller, and all in all the timing of the criticals is more predictable. Firebird recharges faster. Its capacity is increased from 4 to 5 seconds, as has its base damage. So now Firebird wins from the start. The afterburn is a small bonus, but at least it pretty much comes for free. Its damage per second may be small, but it lasts for very, very long. The damage of a single Twins plasma ball has been decreased slightly, but the rate of fire is higher. The flying speed of the plasma balls has been decreased at smaller ranks, but increased at higher ranks to make sure that the games get more dynamic with rank. I think that Twins benefited a lot from this. Rail's base damage was slightly decreased, but its penetration damage has increased. So when shooting through multiple targets with a fully micro upgraded rail, there will be no damage loss. Its other stats were changed too, but I bet even the best cyber athletes won't notice. Izita's self-healing was decreased, but its capacity increased from 5 to 6 seconds, as did its range. The other stat changes aren't significant. Thunder makes less damage, recharges faster, and has a much better maximum damage range. M0 Thunder went from 10 to 50 meters, and fully M3 goes up to 70 meters. Interestingly, it's as though Smokey and Thunder traded places, and now Thunder is more of a medium and far battling turret. Freeze's freeze time and its range was decreased, but this was compensated for with a capacity increase from 6 to 7 seconds and a shorter recharge time. Now a freeze can destroy absolutely any tank in one go, including Mammoth. Ricochet's parameters were all increased except for the impact force. Shaft underwent some serious changes, not only having its damage increased, but also increasing its turning speed. Now it will be much easier to play with Shaft both in arcade and snipe mode. And that's the whole review. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. Goodbye!